Mm. All right. Well, hello and welcome. So after everything the giver has put us through, we needed a book that lets people choose their lives, build something joyful, and sit with peace for the moment. So we picked Legends and Lattes.
Welcome back to Book Club on a higher level.
And I am Sage, and that is Rae. So also aka Tink. But after finishing the giver, we needed something a little different.
Something gentle, something warm.
Something that doesn't emotionally punch you in the face. At least for now, anyway.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect with this one. Because neither one of us have read this one before.
Nope.
Today we're starting Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, a cozy fantasy about choosing rest, building something new, and finding family in unexpected places.
Yeah, so no dystopias today. Just coffee, comfort, and some quiet magic.
So settle in, slow down, and elevate your thoughts.
Because this is book club on a higher level.
level. We'll get that one day.
We'll get it one day. Might have to count it down, but we'll get it one day. So the prologue mainly reminds us of where our main character Viv. Yeah, Viv. I pronounced it wrong. So the prologue reminds us of where Viv came from. And wow, it was not cozy at all.
Absolutely not. Ripping organs out of someone. I said coffee, not carnage.
Like we literally opening up to her, ripping the heart out of a witch.
A glowing organ.
Yeah, we assume to be the heart. That's supposed to have magical and possibly high monetary value properties.
Yeah, we don't know the extent of
this object yet.
Yeah.
But it established something important. Viv has been an adventurer for the last 23 years of her life.
She's tired. Understandably. She's done. She doesn't want this life anymore.
Can't really blame her there.
Nah.
So instead of chasing glory, she wants something new, which to her is honestly terrifying. To try to settle down and have a life like that.
She's, as far as we know, she's been on the go for the last 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how old she is either. So her settling down is so different from the life she's been leading.
And which, of course, that leads us to chapter 1.
In chapter 1, Viv chooses a city to settle in after actually researching. Very responsible.
Yeah, it was a spot she's been through a couple of times.
I think she's been like 3 times.
Yeah. The world that we're introduced to feels very Dungeons and Dragons D&D coded. But also very clear that most people do not mess with the orcs. Viv is an orc, by the way, if you haven't guessed. She's an orc barbarian.
Yeah, and they seem to all magical creatures, it seems, in this universe are treated differently than humans. And to put it
some
blunt,
very racist
yeah.
or prejudiced vibes.
So she's already walking into a place where she's unwanted just by existing.
Yeah. Which, like I said, some very racist and prejudiced undertones there. But that's been a staple throughout history and fiction and in reality. Which we will be touching more on in our upcoming history podcast.
Yeah. Once I get it started.
Mm-hmm. She also uses a witch rod to find a ley line, which feels extremely fantasy core.
The rod pulls her straight to this a building that hasn't been used in years. It's a lorry, I think they said.
Kind of like a stable.
Yeah.
Livery.
Livery.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Livery.
A livery. I knew I had the word in there somewhere.
Got there eventually.
Which she finds this old rundown livery, which used to be a stable or whatever. She decides that was the building that she wanted to open up her new business in.
She was like, absolutely.
Yes.
This is my.
This is the one.
And at first, it doesn't seem like her neighbor across the street likes her.
Yeah, like we said, very prejudiced undertones. Like the orcs also have what we would call resting bitch face. Very aggressive, mean looking.
Even when they're not trying to be.
Mm-hmm. Again, shocking. I know, right? That they're prejudiced. That the humans, especially the white ones, are racist or prejudiced.
They didn't specifically say what color the people are.
Did they?
I don't think so.
No, they did not.
But that is one thing that almost every book has is some kind of prejudice. Like except for maybe children's books. And most of those are on the banned book list. As is The Giver by Lois Lowry.
Yeah.
We already finished our podcast on.
The series of podcasts on the first book of that series, which we will be going back to.
Us just gossiping about the book and how messed up it is. She's told to go to the tavern to find the owner of the building, even though it's still very early in the morning.
Yeah, this man is definitely an alcoholic. Yeah, I mean, he's already at the tavern drinking. You can tell he spends a lot of time there.
Yeah, the book said that
he was basically a barfly.
It like smelled like him. The way he was resting, you could tell that he
was used to that position.
Yeah, was used to being there. He was very comfortable in the surroundings. But here's the real question. Is he a better haggler than businessman?
Yeah, because according to what Viv walked in on, didn't look like it was doing too well. No. We found out immediately that Viv is absolutely better at haggling. Because she pulls out some platinum coins. She's like, you know what? I want the place.
You could take this, or I cannot be nice about it. She's absolutely used to not asking permission. Former adventurer of her behavior.
Plus,
He
also
was also
an
a
orc barbarian, an orc
Yeah.
barbarian. So intimidation is like one of her
It's a very
key
easy
traits.
thing for her to flex a little.
So that was basically like chapter 2 leading into chapter 3. So her big idea.
No, this is all still chapter 1.
Oh, this is all still chapter 1. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So I was misinformed there. So this is all still chapter 1. So the big idea that she has for the building is that Viv wants to open up a coffee shop. There's a problem with that.
Yeah. One just teeny tiny problem. No one knows what coffee is.
Yeah, in the city or the area.
She went to this remote village that had a cute little coffee shop or cafe and fell in
She
love.
ventured basically to a new country that had coffee. Like it was a different race of people than where she normally is. It was like the nomads or something she called them.
Yeah.
But also a little interesting side note. She has written 2 letters early on, and we don't know to who.
But she sends them off.
Yeah, she sends them off. We don't know why or to who yet.
Because the way she put it, the only people she really associated with was the people she was adventuring with.
Mm-hmm.
She also buys a lockbox for important documents. Very smart, very smart.
Yep. Very, very smart. And the golden organ that we mentioned earlier that we think is the heart of the witch. She buries that under one of the flagstones in the farmer stables. Just like casually.
Oh, yeah, no one will find it here. It's fine.
Okay, so now that leads us into chapter 2.
Yes. Now we're in chapter 2. Good sir. The first part was actually was the prologue.
Yeah, the prologue.
Yeah. Sorry, we had this categorized. We are very neurospicy. If we don't do it this way, we'll just be talking for hours.
Yeah.
So in chapter 2, she's starting to settle in to her new life. She sleeps in the loft on her bedroll. The building needs a lot of work. There's like a hole in the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
I think there was the stables hadn't been cleaned out, stuff like that.
Yeah. Like there was a lot of work to be done. But she's very determined. And that maybe the neighbor she spotted earlier could become a friend and help her out. Mm.
She ends up going to the harbor and watches the ships, and you can tell that she's adjusting to the stillness.
Like being in one place. So now when you meet a gentleman by the name of Cal.
He had a long name, but he was
Yeah.
like, "You could just call me Cal."
Yeah. He's part of what are known as Hobbs. They're also called Cucks in this universe. Are also generally disliked. like the orcs and the elves.
That's why I said a lot of the magical creatures seem to have hate
Mm-hmm.
for existing. And Viv notices the way he's working at the shipyard and clocks how organized he was with all of his tools.
And how proficient he was compared and organized compared to the humans.
Well, I mean, she's more likely to get help uh from Cal than she is a human, more than likely.
Well, either way, she offers him a job and tells him he can choose his own tools and
Whatever he needs.
whatever he needs to get it done.
And then she takes him back to the livery
Mm-hmm.
so that he can look at all the damage and kind of assess, be like, this is what it needs. And Cal, mostly grunts instead of speaking.
Yeah, he kind of just grunts to give his answers. Very king-like behavior.
Sounds like some dads I know.
Mm.
Viv has been sketching and making notes for what she wants with the shop for a while now. And so she's showing Cal all of her like plans and stuff so they can make it come to life together.
And she did it based off of the coffee shop she saw on her travels.
Yeah, oh wait, that's later.
But explaining a coffee shop to someone who's never heard of coffee, not an easy thing to do. Because they haven't heard of it. So she explains it as like a tavern for hot drinks.
Yeah. I was about to say, didn't they say it was like a tavern? I knew I had it in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
She also plans to live there in the law. This isn't just a business, it's a life.
Yeah, she's going to be living and working there.
She's gonna have her office there, her house, her business.
So Cal gets to work to help figure out how to take apart the old livery and turn it into something brand fucking new, basically.
Put all of her dreams together.
Mm-hmm.
They work out materials together slowly, thoughtfully, and intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
But when he leaves,
when he's like leaving for the day, Viv starts to feel lonely. She's used to always having people around her. Like even out on her adventures when she was doing solo, she would always have like small groups of people with her. Or she'd be staying in taverns and motels and stuff with people always around her.
where it was a lot easier to like have the noise.
Yeah.
So she goes back to the tavern because there's always people at the taverns
Mm-hmm.
and tries to look as non-threatening as possible.
Yeah, like we alluded to earlier, the so-called resting bitch face. She literally tries to like change her natural expression to seem nicer to the people of the tavern and the city.
Because she wants to live there eventually. Well, she already lives there, but she wants to be a part of the community
Yeah.
eventually. While she's sitting there, she starts comparing the dark club to what she wants her shop to be. bright, warm, and welcoming.
Yeah, just like the atmosphere. She's like, yep, that's the atmosphere that I want in the shop that I have. And so, small moments there. She asked the waiter if it was his place of business.
He says yes, and then tells her about his own beginnings, like how he started off the tavern because
Wasn't he also a
he is.
non-human?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I think they alluded to him having like slightly pointed ears.
So he was at least a halfling.
And they get into a conversation about
Sorry, I used the wrong term. Half
what
blood.
happened when he started his and how
It started out slow and it took time to build up.
questions you would ask another business owner in a similar field.
In the end, he wishes her luck with her shop. Wishes her all the best.
Which, whether he means that in a honest way, joking way, we don't know. It's small, but it's the first time someone believes she might actually succeed outside of beating the crap out of stuff.
Yep. Which is very significant.
Oh, she's known as Violet.
So that was the prologue all the way up to chapter 2.
Yep.
So of Legends and Lattes. So these chapters are about choosing rest after survival and fighting and adventuring.
About building something gentle after a very violent life.
And honestly,
This is exactly what we needed.
yeah, after the giver.
You want me to say the bottom part?
I got it. Be sure to join us in the next segment of Book Club on a Higher Level, talking about Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. You can also find us on YouTube at Kiki Book Sesh and on Twitch as Breakneck Tink09 and Sage0990. Also, be sure to check out Reagan Boswell's novel on Wattpad, Mother of War, Daughter of Light, and my twin brothers' channels on YouTube and Twitch at David W. Miller 1290. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you for the next gossip sesh of Legends and Lattes.
Bye.